So I've been a Sony shooter for about the past 4 years or so, and I love the look and I love the cameras and everything. However, I also love the Canon color science. You hear it all the time. Dude, those Canon colors. Dude, those Canon colors? Man, those Canon colors though. And I also know there's a profile out there called the EOSHD, which, if you haven't heard of it, it's a picture profile that you can tweak the settings on Sony cameras to emulate Canon colors. Well, I tried it, and I actually did a comparison top and bottom, Sony and Canon, on my Instagram profile at JRowFilms using that EOS HD HDR picture profile. And I have to say, I am not impressed. I used the exact same white balance settings. All the settings were the same, except I did use that EOS HD picture profile. And there was like a blue hue in the cabinets. We have white cabinets back behind me, and I was like, this looks really weird. Like something doesn't look right, and Canon didn't have that. They were white like they were supposed to be. Now I know this is pretty much impossible considering these are two completely different brands, but I wanted to find some in-camera settings that I could use on my Sony to get as close as possible to the look of Canon. I tested almost all the combinations for gamma and color mode, from the standard profile, aka picture profile off, to the Cine profiles, to the S-Log profiles, and the color modes, movie, still, S.Gamut, all those. My first goal was to find a profile combination for gamma and color mode that was pretty close, especially as far as skin tones, and then further tweak the other settings like the black level, the color phase, and depth to fine tune it just a little bit more. And what I found was the HLG3 gamma paired with the Rec. 709 color mode got me pretty close to the skin tones that look like Canon. Then I just needed to adjust the contrast, the color phase, and depth to get it as close as possible to Canon. Now, the tough part about this was I would tweak the settings thinking I was making a change, and then I would record it 2 different versions, take the SD card, plug it in my computer, and there was no difference. And then other times it would change. So I found out that I would have to turn the picture profile off and then go back into it and select the profile that I was testing to like activate it or update that profile so that I could see the actual settings. So I did all the dirty work for you. Here are the settings that I found most closely emulate the look of Canon colors. And of course, nothing is gonna be perfect. They are 2 different camera brands, but these I found come pretty close. And the other thing that was really interesting and funny, I guess, was I would nail the colors in one setting, and I'd use that same picture profile, go to a different setting, and the colors would be completely off. So it took a little bit to fine tune everything, but I guess what I found is that you can get somewhat similar results in Sony to make it look like Canon, but if you really want those Canon colors, just go buy a Canon. It'll save you a lot of time and energy, unless you're like me and love the challenges of tweaking and testing different camera settings. I do kind of love that. Well, thanks for watching, y'all, and we will catch you filmmakers in the next video.